All right, let's dive in. We've got this stack of recent crypto news articles you provided, and we're going to unpack them today.
Yep. Try and find the signal in the noise.
Exactly. Our mission is really to zero in on the most interesting takeaways from these specific sources for you, the listener. Get you up to speed quickly on some key happenings.
Pull out those aha moments, as you say. Look at what these specific reports might be pointing towards.
Okay, so, kicking things off, your sources mention Cardano, ADA, a new listing.
Bitstamp US. And what's interesting, according to the article, is this comes right after that deal involving Robinhood.
Ah, right. So the sources see a pattern there.
Seems like it. That suggestion is it's about increasing accessibility for ADA, getting it onto these major regulated U.S. platforms.
And that matters because, well, more listings usually means it's easier for more people to trade it. Impacts liquidity, maybe.
I'd say, yeah, exactly. Platforms like Bitstamp, Robinhood, they open the door to a much wider audience. It's a step towards sort of mainstream channels based on the analysis and the sources.
Interesting. Okay, let's shift gears a bit, but stay in the U.S. government interest in Bitcoin. Your sources flagged something there.
Yeah, this was definitely one to note. An article mentioned U.S. Representative Burchett proposing a bill. The idea is a U.S. strategic Bitcoin reserve.
Wow, okay. A strategic Bitcoin reserve.
Now, it's really important to stress this is just a proposal. It's not policy, not law yet.
Yeah.
But the article frames it as significant simply because it's being formally discussed in Congress.
So it's a signal of expanding government, maybe, consideration?
That's how the source presents it, yeah. Suggests Bitcoin is, appearing on the radar in some official circles. The proposal itself is the news here.
Got it. Okay, moving to more like market structure stuff. Nasdaq.
Right. One source pointed out a Nasdaq filing, a Form 8K, that's standard stuff for significant corporate events. In this case, they proposed changing the benchmark index for one of their crypto ETFs. It's the Nasdaq Crypto Index US ETFs NCIQ.
So just tweaking things.
Essentially, yeah. The report suggests it just shows the ongoing evolution, the adjustments happening with these crypto ETF products as the market matures. Little tweaks.
And speaking of big players, Michael Saylor. The sources mentioned him too.
Ah, yes. He's apparently back teasing a Bitcoin purchase tracker.
Oh, here we go again.
Well, given MicroStrategy's track record, the market tends to read that as a signal, right? That another big corporate buy might be coming. Continued accumulation.
Makes sense. Okay, let's look at actual money moving. Your sources picked up on some significant on-chain activity. A whale?
Yes, this definitely caught my eye in the articles. An anonymous whale apparently redeemed, get this, 10,708 ETH from Lido.
From Lido. So out of staking.
Exactly. Out of liquid staking and then deposited it straight onto the OKX exchange. The value mentioned was quite specific, $26.96 million.
Wow, that's noticeable.
It is. And moving funds like that from DeFi or staking like Lido back to a centralized exchange, well, it often suggests positioning for trading or maybe getting ready to sell. It's a significant shift in how that ETH is being held.
Definitely something market watchers would notice. Okay, let's zoom out a bit. Global picture. India's crypto taxes came up in your sources.
Yeah, this highlights how different places are handling crypto, doesn't it? The article described India's tax regime as crushing profits.
Ouch. But people are still trading.
Apparently so. The source mentions significant volume, like 1 crore in Bitcoin volume recently. But here's the interesting bit. The source suggests Bitcoin ETFs, likely ones listed elsewhere, might offer a way for investors in India to potentially, navigate or save on those taxes.
So taxes in one country could actually boost interest in products somewhere else.
That's the implication from the source, yeah.
Yeah.
Shows how interconnected things are, how regulation influences strategies globally.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
And lastly, just quickly, some exchange news, MEXC.
Yeah, a brief mention. They launched a new Launchpad feature highlighting BTC. It's just, platforms constantly developing, rolling out new stuff for users. Part of the ecosystem's growth.
Right. So if we pull all these threads together just from the articles you provided, we've got market access with Cardano listings, potential government interest signals in the U.S., institutional products evolving with Nasdaq, big players like Saylor hinting, actual large whale movements, global tax implications from India.
It really paints a picture, doesn't it? A snapshot of all these different forces shaping the crypto space right now.
Yeah.
Retail access, institutional moves, regulation, global factors, all playing out.
Absolutely. Exploring these specific points from the sources really shows that diversity.
Mhm.
So here's a final thought for you, the listener, based on all this. How might these different pieces, a potential U.S. government bill, a whale shifting millions in ETH, tax rules over in India, maybe pushing people towards ETFs, how might they actually be linked? And what could that web of connections tell us about where digital assets might be heading globally? Something to think about.